Good morning. Happy Thursday. Today's chapter 9, Master of the Animals. The saber-tooth crept forward. Jack stared in horror. Play the flute, whispered Annie. Is she nuts? Jack thought. Try, said Annie. Jack held the mammoth bone flute to his lips. He blew. The flute made a strange sound. The tiger froze. He glared at Jack. Jack's hands shook. The tiger growled. He took another step closer. The mammoth roared and stomped the ground. Play it, said Annie. Keep playing. Jack blew again. The saber-tooth froze again. Jack kept blowing until he ran out of breath. The tiger growled. He is still here, whispered Annie. Keep it up. Jack closed his eyes. He took a long, deep breath. Then he blew as hard and as long as he possibly could. He covered and uncovered the holes on the bone. The music sounded strange, as if it were coming from another world. He's leaving, Annie whispered. Jack raised his eyes. The saber-tooth was slinking off towards the cliffs. We did it, said Annie. Jack lowered the flute. He felt very tired. The mammoth waved her trunk happily. To the treehouse, Lulu, said Annie. The woolly mammoth snorted. Then she lumbered over to the tallest tree. From the back of the mammoth, Jack grabbed the rope ladder. He held it still for Annie. She stroked the mammoth's giant ear. Bye, Lulu, thank you, she said. Jack grabbed the rope ladder. Then she started up. Peanut climbed up too. After they disappeared into the tree house, Jack climbed onto the ladder. He looked back at the woolly mammoth. There's Annie and Peanut up at the top. Oh, there's Peanut on this side. And there's Jack saying goodbye to Lulu. Bye, girl, he said. Go home now and watch out for the saber-tooth. The mammoth walked away into the sunset. When Jack couldn't see her anymore, he started climbing up the rope ladder. Wow, I think Miss Clower just found a spelling mistake in our book. It says lope instead of rope ladder. He pulled himself into the treehouse. Ta-da, said Annie. He handed the Pennsylvania book to Jack. Jack smiled. Now he was positive that they had found the M thing. Their mission was complete. Before we leave, we have to give our coats back, said Annie. Oh, right, said Jack. They took off their reindeer coats and dropped them onto the ground. Brr, said Annie. I hope the Cro-Magnon people can find them. Jack stared out the window. He wanted to take one last look at the prehistoric world. The sun was setting behind the hills. 4 people were crossing the snowy plain. It was the Cro-Magnon family. Hey, shouted Annie. Shh, said Jack. The Cro-Magnons stopped and peered in Jack and Annie's direction. We left your reindeer skins down there. Annie pointed to the ground. The tallest person stepped toward them and raised a spear. I think it's time to go, said Jack. He grabbed the Pennsylvania book. He found the picture of Frog Creek and pointed at it. I wish we could go home, he said. Goodbye, good luck, Annie called, waving out the window. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still, absolutely still.